Hi guys, welcome to the Citizen channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. Please, if you are new to this channel, please push that subscribe button. We do everything City, past and present here on these little vlogs, so I do try and inform and entertain, and there's some links on screen as well for Facebook and Twitter where I do post loads of City stuff. So if you follow a friend me on there, I do check every few days and follow and friend everyone back. And if you do get a chance, please have a check out my film and TV channel as well, which I try and inform and entertain on there, and all the latest films and TV drama here in the UK and from around the world. So if you can check that out, that will be fantastic. Anyway, hope you enjoy today's feature. Right, it's our preview of the first Premier League game of the 21-22 season, of course. Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City on the 15th of August at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, we're going to do a little preview for game week 1, is it? That's what they call it these days, I think. As we defend our Premier League title, of course, we'll be having a look at Spurs and their aims for the new season. A quick look at what I predicted in my little prediction blog with their new manager, of course. So it'll be very, very interesting for them. We'll look at City. How do we look for the new season? Might be struggling just a little bit early doors, but we'll have a look at that as well. Of course, I'll try and predict. It's got to be quite an interesting one. Our City starting 11, I think. And I'll even have a go at Spurs. But I say last week I did Leicester and got a full all 11 right. So I think it's all downhill from now on, to be honest with you. So yeah, here we go. We're going to talk about that much more. Yeah, kick off 4:30 p.m. UK time. So if you're down there, look after yourselves. Obviously, hope everything goes well and stay safe and get home safe. That'll be fantastic. Obviously, it's I'm not sure what their rules are on going in with the apps and stuff. I assume it's tickets, is it? I'm not too sure. The match is going to be shown on UK on Sky Sports main event, Sky Sports Premier League and Sky Go Extra. There you go. So if you've got any of those, I'll have to find someone to watch it with. A full match replay will also be available if it's worth watching at midnight following the game on City Plus, of course. Our squad's back to full strength now, apart from a couple of injuries. Obviously, Edison, Jesus, Walker, Stones and Sterling all returned on Monday from their prolonged pre-season rest. Well, not really prolonged, they were playing longer, weren't they? Foden, obviously, Kevin De Bruyne are both injured. I think Foden's out for a little bit longer than Kevin. Very worrying. And Laporte I think he's off with COVID, isn't he? I think there's someone on his flight with COVID, so he's had to self-isolate. Whether he'll actually still be here when he, obviously we do expect he may be leaving, but who knows? We've still got 3 or 4 players a little bit unsettled, haven't we, at the moment? Who's in charge of the game? Yeah, we've got Mr. Anthony Taylor in charge. Fantastic. Assistants Gary Bezic and Adam Nunn. 4th official Craig Pawson. And on VAR, yes, it's still got VAR. I have no idea what's happening. The changes, and I believe we're not being shown lines across the pitch. What else? What are we going to get to moan about? How can we prove that they're fibbing to us if they don't give us the details? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Stuart Atwell's in charge, and his assistant is Konstantin Hatzadikis, so whatever it's called. My apologies, Constantine, if I pronounced that totally wrong. Please check out my little dedicated History Boys feature when I look back at the 21st of August 1993 with Peter Reid City, of course, took on Ozzy Ardiles' Spurs in Game 3 of the Carling Premiership that time. So, just a little bit of history. Previous meetings at their place. Overall record at Spurs at the various grounds, we played 72, only won 19, not great, drawn 17 and lost 36, so not the greatest place for City. Goals scored 89 and against 122. Of course, last season it was a pretty sad 2-0 defeat, wasn't it? Our biggest wins there have come quite recently, as you probably remember. 28th of August 2011, 4 from Dzeko and a goal from Sterling. That was just 3 games in, of course, second to United on goal difference at that stage. 29th of January 2014, another 5-1 with Aguero, Toure, Dzeko, Kovacic and Company all scoring. We were 1 point better off than Arsenal at that stage, so all was going well. Our biggest defeats go back a little bit longer, 1934. We lost 5-1 on the 14th of April 1934. Toseland got City's goal. We finished 5th that year in Division 1. Spurs finished third, but we also won the FA Cup, so it wasn't a bad season, was it? And on the 8th of February 1958, Joe Hayes scored our only goal in a 5-1 defeat. We finished 5th again that season, and Spurs finished 3rd, and we would actually get revenge at home. We beat them at home 5-1, so that wasn't too bad. Of course, we've yet to beat Spurs at the new ground, haven't we? So that's an interesting one. The odds to win the match: City are 4-7 on, widely available. The draw's 6-5, and Spurs are 4-1. That's a good price if you're a Spurs fan. I'll be lumping on that if I was a Spurs fan. I'll be going for that. I'll be having biting the bookies' hands off. Please also check out my little special, The Odds Show, for a bit of fun. Some of the best value, and have a look round from first goal scorer to corners, etc., etc. So please, I don't condone gambling when the fun stops. But if you check out my little odds feature, which will be coming out, keep your eye out for that. I think it'll be out on the morning of the game, so it'll be out on Sunday morning. So if you want to have a look through that. Spurs, here we go. How's Nuno Santo's boys doing? Well, 17th of July, they drew 1-1 away at Orient. The 21st of July, they beat Colchester 3-0 at Colchester. 28th of July, they beat Milton Keynes Dons, 3-1 on the 28th of July, so all was going well. And then we had the M.E.N charity series, which featured Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal. It's quite unusual playing your neighbours in a friendly before the season starts, but they did it. There you go. 4th of August, they drew at Chelsea 2-2. And on the 8th of August, obviously, they beat Arsenal 1-0, which was a good win for them. They actually lost the series, unfortunately, on goals scored. Chelsea scored more goals, so even poor Spurs couldn't even win the M.E.N series trophy. But hey, there you go. I'm sure it's onwards and upwards for them. It was a goal 11 minutes from time from Son. Son won the Arsenal game. A very competitive game, actually. Quite a good game to watch. Quite end-to-end stuff. Sort of between his rivals. So they got the first blood to Tottenham anyway this season over Arsenal, who obviously got their own problems, haven't they? This is taken from my sort of pre-season vlog. Tottenham are 66-1 to win the Premier League. I think Nuno will have fun with his new squad, whether he keeps Harry Kane or not. I think he's trying to convince him to stay. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? As I'm recording this, it's still up in the air. We have no idea. The biggest ins have been Pierluigi Galini from Atalanta. He's a keeper, so Lloris might have to watch his back. Brian Gill came from Seville, 22 million, and Christian Romero from Atalanta for 45 million. Of course, last season they finished 7th, so they're in this Europa Conference, I think, this Europa Conference competition, which will be a bit of a slog. Probably don't need that. I think generally it'll be easier with Kane and Son partnering up, but whether that's going to happen, we don't know. What sort of frame of mind Kane's in anyway, who knows? But if it's just Son, then obviously it'll be a little bit harder for him. Obviously, they'll probably get someone to play alongside him, but he'll probably play as a solo guy up front, most with guys behind him. But it's going to be a little bit of a struggle if it's just Son and without Mr. Kane, the talisman Harry Kane, of course. It's not too bad a fixture start for them, so if they can beat us, a weakened City team on the opening day, they can sort of build on confidence from there. And I think they'll have a top 6 finish this season. I think they'll do better than last year, with obviously Nuno in there as well. I'm going in my predictions. I've gone for 5th. So as I said, please check that out as well. My little prediction thing. I've gone for 5th place for Spurs this season, so that's not too bad. They will miss out on the Champions League again. They have lost a couple of players. Obviously, Joe Hart's gone to Celtic, hasn't he? Although he didn't play that often. Toby Alderweireld has gone to some Qatar All-Stars team or something like that. Danny Rose has gone to Watford. Lamella's gone to Sevilla. Bale's returned to Madrid after his loan deal expiry. And of course, on the good news, Son recently signed a 4-year extension to 2025. So that's not too bad for them. Quirky stats, let's make a little go match quirky stats before the event. Here we go. We sort of drop these out of the other match reports, but we'll put a little thing in here, which is quite interesting. City have lost 15 away Premier League matches against Spurs, including in the last 2 seasons, losing 2-0 in both. They have only lost more away Premier League matches against Liverpool, 16, than they have against Spurs. So it's, I know there's a lot to say for stats, but that's an interesting one. City have lost their last 3 away games against Tottenham in all competitions against, well, this is the new stadium, isn't it? Against no side as manager Pep lost 4 away games in a row in his managerial career, so let's hope he doesn't this time. Indeed, Guardiola's 4 away defeats to Tottenham is the joint most he's suffered as a manager, level with Chelsea and Liverpool. Manchester City have won their first league match of the season in each of their last 10 flight campaigns, stretching back to 2011-2012, the joint longest such run in top flight history, alongside Aston Villa between 1891 and 92 and 1900 to 1901. Come on, City, let's get it on our own. Let's do one over Villa, please. That's be nice to see, but it's not going to be easy. Since joining Tottenham, Son has only scored more goals in all competitions against Southampton, 11, than he has against us, 6. The Korean has scored in all 3 of his appearances against us at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So some of those stats aren't boding well, aren't they? There's one good one, and I think the other 3 were pretty bad ones. But that takes us on really as to whether we're ready or not, doesn't it? Yeah, I would honestly say possibly not for this one. We're certainly not going to have a full-strength team out. It'll be sort of tough going against Spurs, who perhaps have been able to play a couple of games with quite a settled team. And I think most of the team that played against Chelsea in that M.E.N series the other day will actually start this game as well. So they've had that little ability to stick together. And I think same with City. I think most of this Community Shield team will play together, but obviously quality-wise, perhaps it isn't as high as we'd hope. I mean, I personally would be happy with a draw, and I hope we nick a win. And basically, I mean, I'm going to be positive this season, so I hope we nick a win. But I will be happy with a draw. I won't be too disappointed with a draw. And I think a win here with an obvious understrength team should put down a real marker as well for City if we can do this here. I think it'll get us off to a good start. Also, get rid of this new stadium hoodoo that seems to be hanging over us at the moment, which before it grows too much, you know, as it gets year by year, it gets worse and worse. But we will need to take our chances and our half chances, which we didn't tend to do at Wembley the other day. So let's hope we can do that. So the matchups, here we go, the matchups, Cities and Spurs starting 11. Here you go, head on the block time for me. Here's my Spurs starting 11. Lloris, Reguilon, Dyer, Sanchez, Tanganga, sorry about the pronunciation, Holberg, Skip, Bergwijn, Dele, Mura, and Son. That's my starting 11 for Spurs. Yeah, I don't think any of the new signings are going to be expected to start. Of course, Hugo Lloris will keep his spot between the sticks. I don't think Galini will be play. I think he'll be on the bench. Romero's got a knee issue, so he's not going to be playing. And Sanchez and Dyer probably should then start at the heart of defence. And of course, Brian Gill recently finished up with Spain at the Olympics, so he's unlikely to be ready for this one. And of course, Nuno has confirmed that Harry Kane will be available, but as you can see, I've not put him into this. I've not put him into this starting 11. I don't think he will play. It'd be interesting, though. I mean, I won't be surprised. It's his mind. We don't know what his mind is like. I'm sure, obviously, Nuno and Tottenham will know. But so I've not put him in. But it wouldn't surprise me if he appeared alongside Son just to make some sort of point, whatever happens. But there you go. So we'll see. But he's only just returned pre-season training, hasn't he? So he shouldn't really be ready for it. Right, the City lineup. This is what I'm going on the City lineup. Yep. I was going to put Stefan in, but will he take a chance on Ederson? I think he'll take a chance on it. He's a goalkeeper. As long as he hasn't put too much weight on and been a naughty boy when he's had a little break, I think Ederson will be okay, but he's the only one of the guys coming back I think might actually play this game. So, as I say, I might be wrong. It might be Stefan, but I'll put Ederson in. There's another one that I'm a bit dubious about as well. So I've started more or less a Community Shield team. I've gone Cancelo, Diaz, Aki and Mendy at the back. Obviously, I'd love to see all Walker and Stones, etc., but I can't see it happening. I put Ferner, Gundogan and Bernardo, although in brackets I put Rodri. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't pay Ferner and Rodri as a bit more defensive for this game with Pep. I wouldn't be surprised, but I have put Bernardo in there, even though he may not be in the right frame of mind, because there's rumours at him going as well, isn't there? But Put Gundo and Bernardo anyway in there. And of course, Grealish, Mahrez and Torres. I don't think we've got a lot of options, to be honest with you, at the moment. Certainly going forward there. Obviously, I don't think Sterling will get back in, obviously. A bit early for him. So there you go. So as I said, I think only Ederson will be of the latecomers that I've put in that team. But as I said, I won't be surprised if Stefan plays. And of course, Bernardo again, because of the rumours of him wanting to go, etc. He might not be in the right frame of mind, and that would leave the gap open for Rodri. So I won't be surprised to see Rodri and Ferner playing, which is a bit negative. But hey, there you go. We're a bit short on numbers, aren't we? So there you go. It's more or less a Community Shield starting 11 with the addition of course, with Grealish and Bernardo starting the game. So there you go. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think anyway of the teams. I don't have to see the Tottenham team. Let me know what you think of the City team. As I say, we don't know. I mean, I'm doing this before Pep's press conference. I'm doing this a couple of days before. A day before, sorry, about 17, 18 hours before. I mean, you may know some more by the time you're watching this, but I'm having a stab at what it is anyway. So let me know what you think. Matchday Live, of course, we don't have we're not really here show anymore, do we, on the City channel? It's now Matchday Live, and that starts, of course, an hour ahead of kickoff. Continues at half time, and you might get a little bit after the final whistle as well. And this week's guests on the Citizen channel, on the I wish, on the Manchester City channel itself, Nedum Anua, of course, and Jolien Lescott. And I'm not too sure whether it be Kellen. I think it may be Kel in the studio. I've not seen confirmation of that, but I'm sure it'll be one of them, or the lovely Natalie, one of the two. Please tune in on Monday the 16th of August for my full match report feature on the game with, of course, my player ratings, and we have a look through Stuart Brennan or Simon Bukowski, whoever's doing the evening news, Manchester Evening News player ratings this season. So far it's been Mr. Brennan, so that might be something for the season. I don't know. Obviously it was mainly Mr. Bukowski last season, but tune in for that on Monday, obviously after the match, probably about Monday lunchtime. And also please don't forget to check out my other two little Spurs shows. Of course, the History Boys back to 1993, and of course, if you're that way inclined, want a bit of fun, just a bit of fun, and have a look at what my charity bet. Unfortunately, it didn't win last week, but I have a little charity bet now in the odd show as well. So have a tune in for that and see what we're going for. See what good value there is. As I say, I don't condone gambling. I just have a few pennies on myself, and obviously I put more on the charity bet because I want to win more for my charity bets. But yeah, so please check that out as well. The links will be there. Obviously, if they're not, if you're watching this, they'll either be in the link, or obviously it'll be just check back, and they'll be out there. And if you press your notification button, so you get to know when these vlogs are coming out. Thanks for watching. Great, let's go. Let's get a win, eh? As I said, I'll be happy with a draw, but let's get a win. Let's get a win. Let's put a marker down for the season, eh? Because it's not the easiest game to kick off. So let's go for it, eh? Let's say we've not got the easiest start to the season, have we? But let's go for it. Let's not be chased. Let's not be chasing the teams. Let's be sort of leading from the front for a change. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be quite tough. We've been dealt a harsh hand with these players coming back and injuries, etc. so far, but we've got the squad, haven't we? We've got the squad to do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Whatever you're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Catch yourselves, catch your friends, catch your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Till we meet here again on the Citizen channel, or perhaps have a flit across. Have a look at my film and TV channel. I only ever ask one thing, don't I? It's only a simple thing, and I really mean it sincerely. Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.